Hello, all my spacefaring friends. Today I've been standing here looking at this ship, wondering where do we go? What do we do? But then I also keep looking over into the void. Should I? Should I do it? Uh, uh, After today, I feel like I should, but we're not going to. What we're going to be doing is continuing on with the main quest line and proceeding on with the rescue mission to investigate your fellow night signals. So we are going to be hopping over into the gray system, and let's get right into it. Before we set off into space, I wanted to do a special shout out to Craig for giving me great advice on what to do with all of this corrupted armor and these corrupted weapons. Because clearly I never learned to read. I've, been hiding in denial this whole time, but I obviously can't follow simple instructions either because I did not fix them, put them through the corruption machine or whatever in the temple. I ended up selling them for, Space Girl Scout cookies because I was a bit hungry because we haven't been doing much but flying around and breaking blocks. I built an appetite, but Craig, thanks a lot for your advice. I do appreciate it. And if anyone else has any advice for me on how to, play this game better or tips and tricks and whatever, I very much do want to hear what you have to say. So drop a comment and we'll have a little chit chat, chin wag on all the great advice that could come in. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Craig. Jumping over to the gray system is a whopping 5 jumps away, which actually could be pretty cool. So we're going to load up our fuel with enough warp cells to do that. If I can find them. Yes, here they are. Let's just drop them all in here and see what magic happens here. So let's see. There is a way to actually go through here and map this. So Grace is down here. We need to go to, okay, I get it. I think I clicked on Grace. It provides the warp plan, and then we can possibly jump that way. Weird. Okay, hold on a minute. Stand by. So we're going to go ahead and open the map here to see where we're going to be going. We are going over to the Grace system, which is 5 jumps away. So we're starting through Rodenbaugh? Yeah, maybe stop by a Jewish deli, which would be great, but which is right in front of us. So we are going to go ahead and start jumping through these systems. I have loaded up our warp cells so we can enjoy this adventure together. And let's warp drive this edit. Fantastic. We have arrived at the Grace 3 system. And as you can see, the darkness level is fairly low. The danger is non-existent, which we know that's not entirely true. And the technology is so far the highest that we've been to. So that is actually kind of great. We are going to hop over to Grace 2 after we clear the red darkness. But before we do that, I want to stop by let's find out where it is. Oh wow, we jumped way over here. I'm going to go over to, before we do that, let's take these out of here before we shoot ourselves across space and time. We are going to go to the space station to see, what cool ship they have. See if they've got any good products we can, spend some of our remaining space bucks on that I didn't, spend it all on space cookies, but I came close. But I did quite a bit of grinding yesterday, and there was one thing that I do regret not having the recording on because I found the largest hole to throw myself into, and I fell for a good 10 seconds and hit lava at the bottom. It was actually quite comical. I laughed quite a bit. But is there not a space station in this sector? Interesting. I don't see a marker for it, and I don't see it. It's usually sitting right around here, but, well, that's fun. Oh, well. So let's just follow the directions for once and head over to Grace 2. Maybe the space station's over there. Maybe there's a rest stop with a better map. Hopefully at least some refreshments. Well, I'm happy to report we have completed a very easy task of flying toward a planet we can't land on because of the protection field. Gain access to planet Grace 2. Okay, let's do that. You could have just told us that from the beginning. Saved us a little bit of fuel. But, whatever. This is okay, too. And again, this jump is not working. Let's back out and try again. One of the little glitchy things about the game is sometimes you just have to escape and get back into the game real quick and press J again to jump. But jump how high? Well, that was fun. I just ran into a rock because I was not actually paying attention. But you know, do you need to when you're flying around in space? Normally not. Let's see if we can take care of this other clown. Yeah, okay. Maybe. There's the red dot. This thing is like trying to paddle a dump truck. But luckily, we got this fool too. And I still haven't gotten missiles. I need to go ahead and do that. I guess I should aim towards the, you know, the target we're going for. Seems like we're doing a little bit more damage to this dude than the last time, which is, you know, not a complaint at all. But I'm going to try to shoot slow enough that my guns do not overheat, but we can still, you know, eventually do this. The magic of editing is an amazing thing. Okay, they should have, those little probes or whatever they're called, should have dropped some chests. Yes, there are a couple of them here. Let's see if we can pick these up real quick without, that's weird. Did I pass it? That's one thing about flying around in this chunk. It's kind of hard to, there it is, I can see it. Okay, I have hit it with my ship, but it might be empty. And if it's empty, honestly, it shouldn't have been there in the first place because those markers sometimes are persistent. Okay, I collected that one, and that one went away. That's good. Oh, and it gave me some good stuff, too. Let me just try this one real quick. I might have to jump out of my ship just to confirm because these things usually drop some good stuff. You could see it, and then you can't whenever you're flying around. And I don't think that this is going to work out. How far away is this damn thing? Oh, Jesus. Really? Okay, well, let's try this again. Now, is it 5 miles back? I mean, really? Okay, this is a lot better. This thing's probably empty. If it's not, hey, it was worth a little, you know, space cardio to get really anything at this point. Oh, it's empty. Oh, thanks. That was fun. I kind of suspected that since I'm pretty sure I hit it with my ship. And normally that's, you know, the easiest way to go ahead and collect stuff. But okay, let's go to this next one. See if we can do this one without taking too much damage like we did the last time, but you know, no promises. I may need to get one of those bumper stickers you may have seen. New driver, please be patient. Yeah, it applies for space as well. Okay, that was a lot better than the last time we attempted this. I don't think it matters really that I'm in the red stuff, but for some reason it just keeps sucking me into it, and that's what I'm telling people. Yeah, and one of the things that I need to definitely focus on is getting some missiles or something better. Now that I've actually been grinding quite a bit and have some higher level resources, I should be able to make them just fine. I just honestly keep forgetting, and that in itself is the easiest truth to believe that came out of my mouth today. Okay, unfortunately, I let my gun overheat. So at the speed of government eventually, it has come back. All right, planet shield has been disabled. Investigate the other night's signal. Okay, let's get these chests real quick and head over to the planet. Grace 2 is inbound. Wait, oh, that one's the other one that we were just looking at a minute ago. 25 distance away is definitely not what we're looking for. Okay, get it. We got that one. No, that's the other one. Jeez. Why is this? Okay. This one's got to be empty as well. We're not playing that game again. Yep. Moving on. So I have really enjoyed playing this game. There's been quite a bit of frustration, but largely because of incompetence, general incompetence, and, you know, not being able to breathe on my own. But, you know, luckily my spacesuit helps me with that. Are we flying into Dagobah? Jeez, it looks a little swampy. Okay, this is definitely not Dagobah. Never mind. All right. Luckily, we're not too far away. What is that? Is that a ship? Oh, it is. Oh, all right. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me get closer to the ground, because that's one thing about this ship that is a bit annoying, is it will drop you like 70 meters away whenever you're trying to get closer. Come on. Work with me here, buddy. Yeah, and it's like, I want to make sure that I can actually drop or reach my ship without having to expel energy, because that's just kind of annoying. It's happened several times, and I'm tried to prevent it from happening, and it still does it. And it's actually 40 meters you have to be from your ship. I thought it was 50, but there's been a couple times that it's dropped me like 41 away, and I have to, like, you know, jump or get to a higher elevation or whatever else to clear the pirate base to free Helioctus. Okay. Must be a family name. Is the base over there? I guess it is. Oh, let's take our bike. Let's see if we got anything in here. Maybe he's got a pantry full of more cookies. There's a bed. an empty chest, a gaming computer with, it looks like cubicosity. Oh, cool. At least there's some benches here. So it's a decent little start for a base. Before I do that, I'm going to run over here, get maybe some, hello? What the hell? Okay. That looked like a zebra cheetah rat. I guess that was a leopard rat, but whatever. Okay. See if there's a chest over here. There's often chests in these. Oh, yep, just like this. Okay. Just to see what kind of loot they start with. Okay, well, some upgrades. That's cool. Some modifications. Titanium, which is always good. And polonium. Excellent. That is a nice little find and totally worth it. I'm just going to jump over to here. This one too, since, you know, it's a loot goblin in space. Nice. Yeah, these are the upgrades I think I currently have with QB. Oh, nope, these are 4s. Awesome, look at that. Well, good for you, buddy. You got an upgrade. I know you're still going to complain to me later, you know, because I still haven't paid him. And, you know, quite frankly, between you and I may never, because making money in this game, it's not difficult, but, you know, we've got things to do. Well, that was nice. That was a heck of an upgrade for our suit. I was just confirming, I'm making sure I wasn't, you know, having a mild stroke here. Fantastic. So hopefully we can get some pretty nice upgrades on this planet, because so far we've gotten pretty significant ones. Quite big jumps for myself and QB here. So that is great. So I guess that significant increase in the technology has made a difference. Oh, bam. All right, let's see if we can do this without, yeah, that's exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Oh my God, stop. I got stuck on a rock, a small space pebble or something, because that was unfortunate. And guess what we're about to do? What a great place to restart. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. So now we know what we're gonna get into. So let's try this again without doing the, you know, inevitable face plant into that little pebble that kept me at bay. That was a bit strange because I was stuck. You know, I can blame myself or blame the rock. Both of them were equivalent. Go ahead and cash that in. You can never have too many gift cards. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go around this direction and see if we can come in from the top, because there was that little ledge that I might be able to snipe some guys from. So let's try to do that, because this looks like it could be a good little time here. And I was actually working on completing another area earlier. This is clearly a rental because, wow. Oh my God. On the last planet we were on. Oh, well, there's the weapon. That's cool. What is wrong with me? Jeez. Just, you know, it is fun. It might be frustrating to watch a complete fool play this game, but it is a good time. And luckily, these guys aren't extreme levels like I was kind of expecting. So as long as I can hit them, we can take them out pretty easily. See if we can manage to sneak over there without getting shot in the ass. Okay, we've got 8 remaining. If they just keep coming out, we can take them out without even having to move. Ah, perfect. Ooh, I shot him in the hip. Shot him in the chin. The making of an abattoir here. Save and save often. All right, let's see. I don't see any more. Run! Let's get in the first door I could find here. Hello. You know, I just stopped by to see if you guys had a cup of milk, maybe some sugar, but I gave you sugar in the form of a space bullet. Pirate activity detected. What? Crazy talk. Okay, there's someone in here. Nice. Okay, I know there was one guy over here on the roof. Oof, jeez. Hello. That was rude. Why can't I hit him? There we go. What was he shooting at? That was weird. Really? Ah, goodness. Oh, that's my dude. Oh my God, I need to heal real quick. That was a bit close. And as we say, Save and save often. All right. Hey, buddy. And there we go. I made it look so easy, right? Yeah, kind of surprised that I was able to do that in the first attempt. Well, I guess that was the second attempt, but let's not work on semantics here. Thank you for the rescue. You're certainly welcome, Red. I've been studying these ancient weapons and got trapped by those pirates. Lucky me, you got a distress call. Let's regroup at my base. I have some interesting things to share. Oh, like technology? Goodies? So did this actually open up? Yes, it did, to a town. How nice is this? So I'm either going to set up a little mini base here or at that guy's little bungalow. So these are some T5 weapons. I've got only T4. So I feel like a bit of a peasant, but we will certainly be upgrading weapons too. Might go on a scavenger hunt at one point to go ahead and do that. What kind of fuel cells are we? I think we're getting purple ones. I think we are. Excellent. So I want to share a little personal thing with you guys. Not too personal. Let's get real. We barely know each other, but there has been a gnat, actually a flock of gnats. They were cousins of the flock of seagulls, but that has been flying around me for what seems like an eternity and constantly landing on my face. And, you know, with headphones on, with a microphone in front of my face, and whatever else, I've hit the microphone a couple times because this gnat, I swear to you, has been out for vengeance, and I finally just got him. So, who won? Oh my God, you need 8 grass? You should probably take off, you know, work before you do that, dude. Just saying. But you are wearing green. I guess it checks out. Maybe later. I've got business to do. Oh, let's check out this weapons guy. All right. Yep. Oh, well, this is the upgraded weapon I've got. 14,460. That's actually not too terrible bad. And look at that. I have enough money to do it. Should I? Should I? Oh, that's actually not the same weapon I've got. You know, again, I've never learned to read. So, whatever. But that actually might be a decent weapon. We'll check into that in a minute. We're going to continue to... I know. You're looking for a dealer. Dude, calm down. What's this speeder? This one looks kind of cool. A bit rugged. Looks like a speeder dirt bike. But yeah, looks pretty sweet. It's definitely an upgrade from what we've got. And I'm thinking, do I need thruster power? Considering you've seen how I've drive this thing, you know, up a hill and down the hill, how through the hill if I could. All right, nothing. Oh, it was some wooden windows. Sweet. For a little, you know, bungalow escape. So there are some items that we have been needing that we have not been able to get. Motherboards are always a good thing. But let me see. They were microprocessors. This thing here is like, I would have spent everything I had to get those because there's quite a few upgrades that I need to do. And oh wow, they actually sell polonium. How nice. In case I needed it. And superconductors. Yes. And quantum processors. These items here, I have not seen anywhere else. So it's a good thing that we came to this higher level system because that was fantastic. And luckily that it didn't cost too significant of any of our ship fuel cells 5. Huh. Well, that's cool. There's 100 of them. Just go ahead and buy them all just to have them. Let's do it. Never denied. Okay. Well, at least we can, you know, come back and get them. That's not a big deal. But one nice thing though is the shop here is pretty significant. It's one of the best shops that I've seen so far. And, you know, let's just go ahead and take care of that. And fun part is I left my ship over by that dude. So we are going to make a base camp here unless he's got, I don't know, something fantastic going on over there. And now we're here and we can find out. Okay, buddy. You know, you might want to think about getting some walls and a door. That might have been why you were, I don't know, abducted. Ever think about that? Oh, it's a light on the floor. You've got nothing around here. Not even a toilet, but you've got a light. Oh, it's not even on the floor. It's just hanging in midair. Okay, so you're a magician. That's cool. What do you got for me? My name is Helioctus. I've been sent out just like you, and I have made some interesting discoveries. Really, really. Architecture, walls. I've been researching that piece of ancient technology. It's definitely linked to the darkness. It is a weapon, and I think I can recreate it, but mobile. What? you should go to Bardwell too. Huh. An ancient temple and an AI guardian, you say? That should help. I'll head there. Come meet me when you can. Well, I can do that immediately. I will use the portal to get there. And you can keep my ship. What? This is just like the gift that keeps on giving. I'll have a lot of work at this temple. Sweet. Thanks again for the rescue. Dude, you were certainly welcome. Spaceship acquired. This looks like a bit of a bucket, though. Man, I mean, I appreciate it, but where is it? I guess it's in our inventory. We have to go to a station to look at it. Yeah, I think so. But hey, that's cool. And at least I'm not going to feel obligated to, oh, there's the ship. Let's go take a look. I'm not going to feel obligated to have to be his roommate and pay half the rent or something. Because, I don't really have the time. Let's see. This is kind of cool. I wonder if this, wow, this thing is tiny. It's like a flying outhouse. It's even the same color. Well, if they were green, some of them are blue. I know. Let's see. Oh, wow, this thing's quick. Well, quicker than driving a, refrigerator. Oh, there's a pirate down there. Let's go take some special care of these clowns. What the hell? How did I fall in a hole? Oh, that's cool. If you stand on these things, they actually fall. What a nice little mechanic that is. You gonna fall in a hole, Betty? That was cool. So there's some interesting things that we're finding out with this game. That was a really nice shot. I was once in the military, in the Air Force. And I was a decent shot, but not that good. I mean, that was kind of impressive even for me. And in case you're curious, modesty is my greatest attribute. All right. So I jumped in that ship and did mine disappear? Yeah, it sure did. And I don't think that there's a space station here. If there is, I haven't seen it. You'd think it would be kind of obvious. But there was a portal over here, so doing some quick exploring here. But I want to check out that ship in a minute because when we get to a space station, just to explore it. So it is nice that there is a planet portal right here. That is very convenient. So go back to Bardwell 2, talk to this dude, continue the conversation, and see if we can, the funny part is whenever you teleport to another planet, your ship is here, but it's usually off in the distance somewhere. So that's kind of fun, but let's just go ahead and jump into it. Oh yeah, you teleport to the ship, not in the ship, but hey, it's semantics. So this is all Mark 1 stuff, whatever. The speed is 614. Yeah, that's a lot better. The shields are less. Fitting capacity, the cargo I think is higher, but who cares? We're only going to be using this to get over to this little place. But it is much faster in atmosphere, which is cool. But, really the thing is I'm like curious all of a sudden of where the heck I am going because clearly I don't know. Where am I going? This is Bardwell 2. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're going right here. Follow the marker. Yeah, X marks the spot, baby. What is he doing over there? Oh, are you building something? Well, this is getting more and more interesting. Hey, just let me out, dude. Let me out. Okay, I'm recognizing a pattern here. At least you've got a glass roof. Oh, and windows and a door. Okay, so the guy has stepped up his architectural prowess, so that's a nice thing. You got anything in here? You do. Look at you. I need to get rid of some of my inventory. I've set up base here, and the Guardian has been a tremendous help. I think we can build a mobile light weapon. Well, get on it, buddy. I've started working on it already, but I need some more exotic materials to finish it. You're kidding. Well, you know what? You've already given me quite a bit, so I guess I can help you out. And look at that purple refiner back there. Is that the quantum one? The crafting console over there has all the needed parts. Please bring them to me. What? It's right over there, dude. You need me to walk across the room and then back? I just flew through space. Once ready, I'll be able to join you on your quest and provide you with the light strikes when you need them. Well, that's cool. Okay. I'm not quite sure what that entails. I'm like, do I still have to load these things up with all these light shards that I continually forget? So it is a dyad refinery, never mind. So one step away from a quantum. Of course. I mean, that's kind of expected. Okay, so interact with the crafting console. Oh, this. I thought it was a sales console, whatever. Needed materials, okay, all of these things. Oh, great. It's things that are super easy to provide. So that is a lot of stuff. So I just pulled out my old school notepad because QB, my personal assistant, refused to make notes for me. Yeah, I can tag it, I get that, but eventually that's going to go off the screen and then I'm going to have to come back here just to find out what it actually says again. But while I was doing that, a wolf came up and bit me in the ass. Luckily, QB finally pulled out his weapon and it did something about it. I'm like, didn't I just upgrade that for you, buddy? Well, I guess I did that and then immediately died and did not go back to get his upgrades. Well, that's fun. Gonna have to remedy that problem. So I hopped over to the space station to change our ship back to our Neutron because, you know, I need all my stuff. Oh, look, it's only 125 to repair. It is very surprising that I have not destroyed this flying refrigerator. But it has such a huge amount of space on it that it is our floating base at this moment. And because it has 7 slots in it. And I have actually created an energy station and a health station. That was one of the things that I was grinding for yesterday. And it was kind of impressive how long it took to get those 50 life essence or whatever it is to make that health station. It took me about an hour and 25 minutes or so just to run around and, quite frankly, slaughter all these innocent squirrels because it was like 1 in 3 would drop one. It was kind of crazy. Kind of fun, though. You know, it was a leisure tour through, you know, another abattoir, but whatever. We're back on our ship and we're going back over to continue this mission so I can get rid of some of this inventory because I have obviously been picking up all kinds of junk. So I made it back to Red's and I went through the inventory list for what he was looking for. And it's super, super easy to come by. I mean, it's just a small galaxy, right? So look at this last item here. A glowing diamond. Extremely rare, elusive, exotic variant of diamond. Little is known about it. It glows in the dark. Much like me. Used only for crafting ancient recipes found around the galaxy. Fantastic. So I'm quite sure those are going to be a dime a dozen. So nice. Surprisingly, I have everything up to here. I'm sorry, up here. Anyway, I have a lot of this stuff that I can go ahead and create now, which really surprises me. It actually shocked me. But I do not have enough glowing gold ingot, magnetite, and I have no glowing diamonds at all. So this is actually going to be obviously one of those quests that's going to, you know, take quite a while to actually take care of. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Taking up space? So we'll continue that as we go. I'm going to hop back over to the planet we were just on, Grace 2, I believe, and start setting up a base over there, get a planet portal and some other things so we can hop back and forth. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Grace 2 was a pretty legit planet for what we're going to need to do for some of the, I don't know if, I can't remember if it had glowing stuff or not, but we'll definitely check it out. I opened the space map before going over to Grace, and I saw all these markers, and then I started looking at what the materials were and everything else that are actually listed. And I actually suspect that is a glowing ore that's a glowing diamond. So I'm going to hop over there and see what we can find out, because that is actually the hardest thing on the inventory list to find. So I honestly would be very surprised if we can wrap this up quickly. We may not be able to do it this episode, but I'm going to at least give it a good Girl Scout try, I guess. Okay, we are off to, what? Jesus, get off this. So we are going to jump over here through Italo and see if we can, quite frankly, see if we can find. I did a little bit of exploring on the space map, and it looks like there's quite a few markers to kind of point you in the direction, which, shockingly is one thing that I've been kind of avoiding to pay attention to. Stumble around aimlessly through space, it's vast. And what else am I doing, I guess? Okay, Wapham is on the way, and it is not letting me jump. Well, here we go. That magic escape button again. I wonder if that's how the space station works. Something breaks, just push the escape button, but hopefully not the escape hatch. All right, we've now entered into another system, which is cool. Let's save. So we are going to check out what is in this system immediately. Okay, there is a space station, which is great. One has 4 and 5 on it. Level 2 technology. Oh, well, there it is. Glowing ore on the second one, of course, the one that is protected. So I'm sorry, hang on a second. How is this system for pirates and everything else? Actually, it's not too terrible. It's level 10. It's lower level than we were just at. So let's go ahead and clear this stuff real quick, and we will hop over to the space station. I want to see what ships are nearby. I am going to get a new ship. There's some really cool ones out there, and several of you that have played this game know which ones they are. Like what is it? The Planet Bane, I believe. It's just a cool looking ship. It's not the best ship in the game, but it is pretty nice. So we're gonna hop over and get that at one point. These things are tiny. Not that tiny. Is there another one? I thought there was, yeah. Let's just fly right by it. Pew, 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 pew. Thanks, Betty. I still haven't gotten missiles. I really need to correct that mistake because this is tiresome. Well, it's nice that that planet shield only had one ray on it, because I don't know if you noticed that message that just popped up. I'm on my last fuel cell for my ship, and I am not going to make the mistake of being out here without having those. So let's pick up these 2 chests, hop over to the space station because they should have a ship crafting bench. Okay, that one looks like it's empty. Why even drop a chest if it's empty? Okay, that one wasn't empty, so that's good. So let's hop over to the space station real quick. If I go the correct direction, that would help. And go ahead and get some energy cells and possibly craft some missiles if they've got the correct escape again. The correct workbenches. So we just got to the space station and we parked next to this little red Corvette. And it is a cute little ship, but oh, look at that. That is so cool. It's a scout ship. And it's actually not that much money. I think I've got enough on me to purchase it, but not what we're looking for, but it is pretty cool. I absolutely have no problem collecting ships, but this one's pretty cool. It says interact with the captain's seat, but you can't do that. But oh, it even has a space in the bottom. That's cool. But you're so low to the ground, you can't even get out if you're landed, which I don't even know if that's a thing yet. But anyway, this is the specs on it. Yeah, now obviously this is compared to what we're currently using, but the fire rate is pretty significant and the speed, but the damage is significantly lower. So unless you actually upgraded the weapons on this, it would not be beneficial to purchase this unless you're literally just using it to jump around, because the speed is really what you're going for on this particular one. The cargo space, surprisingly, is a little bit higher. But yeah, awesome. Welcome to On Approach. On Approach. Clearance request granted. So that space station was quite remarkable with what we were able to accomplish. I ended up picking up, crafting 16 missiles, which doesn't sound like a significant amount, but they're not cheap. And I used all of my, oh, look at that special glowing diamond on this planet. Man, that worked out. So we are going to be doing this hopefully pretty easily. Let's see if we can take out this walking thing or whatever that is. Let's see. Is it a walker? No, it's just a spawn or a dark source. Yeah, no problem. Is there a walker on here? I don't think there is. I think it's just that. Oh, there's a city on here too. Cool. Yeah, so that is nice. We can go ahead and farm some stuff here. I'm not sure if I want to take this out yet, though. It really depends, because I'm going to have to find an area, a red planet, which this is not ideal to do that, but a planet where I can actually set up a farm for matter. So before we do that, let me go over to this town here and show you what I just picked up. So it's time for a little show and tell. We ended up picking up the Sword of Aetherion, which is, I believe, the highest level melee damage weapon you can get, and it is actually pretty darn cool. I looked at the one just below this that another vendor had, and it was significantly worse. So that was actually pretty cool, and it was only, I think, 1,500 space bucks. So I was like, okay, come on, why not? I ended up getting the tier 5 jetpack as well, and granted, I could have found this on the other planet we were just on, which I will go back and farm. But I was like, okay, it was 2,500. Big deal. I mean, money's free in this game, right? Even though it is can be a little difficult to mine at times, but it's really not. You just have to take some time to do it, and you're going to end up with more money than you know what to do with eventually anyway. So the other thing I ended up doing is I went ahead and upgraded the refinery to the Celestium one, which gives us 200 more product bonus, 125 speed bonus, and takes 50% less resources to mine anything, or excuse me, refine anything. And that is probably one of the first things you should ever upgrade in the game. I went ahead and used a lot of material on it. It was probably the cost of the domestic product of a small planet or an entire system to do that, but the gains are going to be significant in the long run. So I recommend doing that whenever you get to that point. I went ahead and used those materials instead of some of the materials I used were actually the materials used for the light weapon that our Space Knight friend were requesting. But I went ahead and, did this instead because, hey, we'll end up finding the other ones again, hopefully. But because of doing that, I actually ended up using the materials that we would have been using to unlock that weapon. But it was one of the things, it's like, pay it forward kind of thing to progress faster eventually. So on that note, there's one other thing I'd like to show you guys, which I thought was pretty cool. Do you see that little spaceport down there? Look at this. Do you see how there's the landing pad things on it? That is cool. So I'm assuming that this is, I don't know how long this has been in the game, but one of the roadmap things that they're going to be doing is bringing in landing pads and ports and such that you can actually build yourself and use to land your ships on. And, garages, hangars, all kinds of different things. And I mentioned that in a prior episode, and that's actually pretty cool. So this is the first time I've actually seen this in one of the little cities. So on that note, this has been an absolute pleasure. This episode is much shorter than I was actually expecting it to be, but I'm not planning ahead. I'm not really looking ahead. There's very few things that I'm actually looking at. The Planet Bane ship I've known about from prior episodes from other content creators I've watched. So that's definitely a ship I want to get just because it looks so damn cool. But other than that, I really have not been Googling what to do and how to do it. It's just kind of like, as you could see, falling down large holes and onto my face. But I will be doing a little bit of Googling just to see where we can speed up some of this stuff, because from here on out, I'm going to be grinding quite a bit just to get some of this stuff fast forwarded, because unless you guys want to watch the grind, which I can absolutely film and speed up for you guys, no problem. Drop me a comment if you want to see that. I have no problem showing it. It's just, very we can throw some music on and you can, watch it while you vacuum your floor. But yeah, just let me know and we can create the content that you guys want to watch. But until then, as always, thanks so much for joining me today through our trip through space. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one.